First question: the institutional factors have grave over the crop pattern and crop productivity on Indian agriculture justify. Indian agriculture has been an interplay of both physical and institutional factors. Out of these two, the institutional factors are more prominent as they are more profound and important for crop pattern and crop productivity. Indian agriculture has traditionally been determined as for the available setup and agricultural practices. Since soil quality, irrigation has never been a major concern. Therefore, the institutional factors have always been remained important. The institutional factors refer to the particular system of agriculture under which land is owned and managed. These factors are always concerned with finding a process-oriented solution to agricultural problem. The ownership and management have a direct bearing on the agricultural activity, productivity, and efficiency. The management of agricultural problem involves the role of land reforms, the family, and the scientific and financial institutions of the country at the primary level. At the institutional factors has an important influence over the crop pattern and crop productivity. The standard of family, joint nuclear system, joint nuclear, the literacy levels, and the economic variability decide the productivity and pattern of agriculture most fundamentally. The intermediary institutional factors like the administration, cooperative society, etc. decide the availability of seeds and irrigation practices, manure and fertilizers, etc. The availability of timely finance for various administrative operations is also determined through these agencies. In fact, the present stagnation in the Indian agriculture may be attributed to these factors up to a large extent. The next higher level factors that bring considerable influence upon the crop pattern and productivity are the mechanisms for land reform, the research and development in agricultural inputs and practices, the storage and marketing facilities, the role of communication and media. Since all these factors have required very large capital and skilled manpower, therefore they are generally managed by the government itself. Though there is an expansion of all these factors, yet it has not been able to match the requirement. There is general statistical validity of inverse relationship between farm size and productivity per acre in traditional Indian agriculture. This means that productivity per acre is high in small farm and it declines with the increase in the size of the farm. This is mainly because of heavy dose of family labor in small farms. But this generation has been distorted, especially in the green revolution areas where large farm sizes are showing better results. Following two figures shows the average size of a personal holding productivity respectability. A closer examination of the pattern reveals that differences in productivity is not the result of large size of farm alone, but it is more attributed to the difference in the applications of modern farm input. Obviously, the large size of farm facilities the application of modern inputs of agriculture. Efficiency by and large, the efficiency of agriculture increases with the size of holding. With the increase in the size of holding, there can be greater application of human labor, capital, equipment, fertilizer, etc. And so agricultural efficiency, profitability increases. Large-sized farmers are therefore preferable, and consolidation of holding is to be emphasized. selling policy. At the same time, imposition of land selling retains its justification. Hence, the Green Revolution has distorted the traditional inverse relationship of farm size and productivity as the consequence of a serious maladministration of farm inputs in favor of big landholders. Land tenure. Despite the efforts towards land reform, there is still a huge large chunk of land in rural areas over which agriculture is carried on through tenant farmers or hired laborers. Here, neither landlord nor the sharecropper is interested in modernizing agriculture. In increasing crop yield, small tenants do not possess the required capital to improve productivity efficiency, while the landlord do not feel the need to invest more. In fact, the institutional factors are important not only for utilization of physical resources but also for the conservation. They are being seen as the primary resort to help agriculture come out of stagnation and move forward on the path of progress. So thank you.